All right, gonna continue on here with the last few questions. These are some fun ones and some hard ones to answer. But again, if anybody can name the bridge there, scratch built. I built that with the help of my brother-in-law, but it's a bridge over the Ohio River. Let's see if anybody can name it. It's not on the loop.
All right, questions around personal care. Um, I'm always clean shaven, so electric or a blade. Definitely a blade. I did not have an electric shaver. When I was camping, I had to dry shave with a blade, which is not pleasant. But yep, there's your answer to that one. What was your go-to thing to eat while doing this? So usually I always had bagels and Pop-Tarts, and just because they're easy to pack and they're relatively filling. Um, Otherwise, it was a bunch of like protein bars or nut bars type thing, um, or maybe a can of nuts. That was good to have. Those were my go-to snacks, and then water, Gatorade or Powerade or something like that. How many calories were you burning a day? And did I lose or gain? So I talked about this a little bit in my on my numbers trip, um, but I gained 3 pounds overall. I'm pretty sure when I was going through the big water, I was down. I had lost weight. But then as I hit the rivers again and I wasn't burning as many calories, then I think I gained it back because I just ate big. If I were to guess on my calorie count, 3 to 4 thousand calories. I mean, I ate whatever is in front of me, and I ate big. And Brian, I think you saw that. All right. How did I not get saddle sores? So um, I didn't sit much. I would say I probably stood 60 to 70% of the time. Um, I enjoy standing, and especially if there's stuff in the water, you kind of want that elevated position to look down on the water to see the twigs and the branch, whatever's in the water. And in big water, rough water, then it was generally better to stand so that my legs and knees could take the absorb. It would absorb the punishment. Um, did my butt get sore? No. What did get raw was the inside of my legs from standing and rubbing against the seat. So kind of around my knee area, on the inside of my legs, that would get a little tender because they would rub up against that seat. But otherwise, that was it. And then my wrists and forearms did get sore, so much so that they started tingling. Not good. And so I was glad to get off the big water because on the rivers you barely even need to hold on to the handlebars. The ski will just run straight, and you just kind of lean into it. All right, Lauren, skip. Here we go. Bathroom breaks. What did I do? Okay, so I think I got the number 2 question out of the way on the previous video, but never had to do number 2 while I was on the ski. So very fortunate there. I normally would go in the mornings, and that would take care of me for the day. So what about number 1? Usually I just stand up on the side of the ski and go overboard. Again, I never got off the ski. I just peed off the side of the unit. Now that meant that I had to be away from other people. And incredibly, through the whole loop, I was able to do that. I was really concerned that I would hit a really long stretch of houses or something, no wake zone on the ICW, and then also have to go pee real bad. And I got so lucky that that did not happen to me. So always able to find a little area where I could go do it, go do my thing. What type of suntan lotion? Nothing special. Walmart, cheap brand, 50 SPF. Loaded it on thick and then reapplied with the spray stuff. How about them critters? Any critters visit your campsites at night? Not really. Spiders, mostly, if you want to call those critters. One funny story was I did have a crab that made its way onto my ski in the footwell, the gunnel of the ski, and I was underway for a half an hour and felt something on my toes. I'm like, what's that? You know, I look down and it's a crab, and a little tiny, I mean, nothing too big. Didn't get me, and well, it found its way into the water pretty quickly. But otherwise, no critters. Once in a while, I could hear like a beaver slapping its tail at night, just while I was camping. But otherwise, no. Most awesome critter, I think we got that. And then, did I get eaten alive by bugs? So while I was on the ski, no, because I was usually underway. Now when I was stopped at a lock or a dam, not really. I was kind of surprised. I did have bug spray. I was ready for it. And then while camping, surprisingly, did not get eaten up that much either. So, no. All right, most empathetic question. This is a good one. How did you prepare? What did you do to prepare for re-entry into daily life? This is a hard one. And Stacy, who rode with me, went through this a little bit too, even though it was just 4 days for her. When you're riding on the loop and you're doing these big long tours on a ski, and Jennifer, you get it. You're living a different life. And to come out of that or off of that or down from it, it's just a relative low compared to the high of the trip, right? And everybody goes through this on vacations and stuff. You get back from your vacation and yeah, it's good to be home, but you're no longer free and you're no longer living that high. And I thought about this a lot. I was really concerned about this. And for all I know, over the next few weeks, it might hit hard. So number one, tent camping on the Missouri on the way back was great. It was great to not worry about being with other people as much, right? A lot of alone time and just kind of settling back into the simplicity of tent camping. I took a full week off. I worked Monday of this week, but then I took the rest of the week off from work. So even though I'm home, I still took it off. I spent a couple of days with my son Adam, and we binge watched some shows. And then my oldest son is moving out into his first apartment Sunday. So this one still could be hard. All right, tell me your feelings. What was it like being that far off from shore down in Florida? And what was your longest stretch without seeing another vessel underway? What was that like? And did you whisper to yourself, I just felt like skiing at Forrest Gump there? I never got like truly lonely. Or did I freak out about being offshore? It was great to talk to hosts, and when I got to shore and the hosts, that was wonderful. It provided a good contrast, you know, to being by myself, and met some incredible people. I don't think it's meant for everybody. I think it would freak out a lot of people. And so the longest stretch of not seeing a vessel, probably on the order of 40 to 50 miles on that Florida stretch, where I was 150 miles, well, 20 miles offshore for 150 miles. Only saw a few boats that day. So, yeah. How did it feel to finally hug your family, and how about that hug from mom? So that's the funny story. When I got to Nebraska City and my mom saw me for the first time, she grabbed me and bear hugged me and wouldn't let go for a long time. So it felt great. Yeah, I'd been away from family for too long. And so to have them all support me when I came into Omaha, all my siblings that were in town, and my mom and dad, and a few others that showed up. It was great to have them be there for me. So yeah. All right. What's next? So kind of a run of it here. What's your next big adventure? And well, first of all, what's next? I saw that as a boat name, and that is an amazing boat name because it's both a statement and a question, right? At least for that person it was. Um, am I done riding skis? You know, am I going to get on a Sea-Doo anytime soon? I don't think I'm going to get on a ski the rest of this year. It's Nebraska. It gets cold quick here. Will I do another jet ski tour? I think so. Um, I'd like to do the entire Mississippi River from Minneapolis down to, past New Orleans to the Gulf. And that one could be done with other riders because it's less physical. It's river water. Now you got the barges and all that, but so that one could be. Lake Powell is another great one. I love Lake Powell in southern Utah. So as long as my ski checks out and is ready for more, then I'll more than likely take my ski out to Lake Powell for 5 or 10 days and go out there. As far as the next big adventure, do I know what it is? I don't have anything planned, which is a little rare for me. I usually have a couple in the bucket ready to go. But for right now, I need to build back my vacation time. All right, the closer. What did I learn about myself on this trip? Sherilyn, this is a great question. You know, the trip started out being a celebration. My youngest graduated from high school, celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary, and I turned 50. So there's certainly a lot to celebrate. And as you think back, as most people do on those types of milestones, there's a lot of thought that goes with them. So what did I learn about myself? Well, first and foremost, the willingness to put your body through torture. I didn't think I had that in me. I didn't think it would be that torturous. So that was, I had some levels in me that I didn't know I had. And then, looking back on turning 50, and I tell you what, there's a lot of homes that I went by in Florida and really all along the coastal waters, and these mansions of houses. I mean, they're just huge. And it's like there are so many people that have a lot of money. A lot of money. And do I want that? Do I want to go chase that? I'm 50. I could put 80-hour work weeks in and go chase it. But do I really want that? And I think I found the answer to that. That I don't think I do. I think that being able to live out some of these dreams while I'm in my 50s is great. And so if I can enjoy doing that, then that's probably better for me. And then with my wife and just 25 years there, and I'm so fortunate that she is willing to stay home and run the house. She enjoys being home. She, these big adventures and camping and boating and skiing, it's not her thing. And but we complement each other in that she does enjoy being home. So I'm very fortunate that that's the case, that I can go off and do these types of trips. And then we also need to find some activities that we enjoy together. And Europe's on the list, and I know she's looking forward to that. And then I'll have a lot of fun doing that with her as well. So that's what I learned. All right, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for following along, and it's been an amazing adventure. Thanks again.